Welcome to another episode in JavaScript tutorial. In today we will cover how to set up the environment locally in our machine. Before that, we have a browser in every machine, and every browser comes with a developer's tool. We can access the developer's tool by different way. For example, I am using the Google Chrome. How can I access the developer's tool? Just right click and then go to inspect. Here we can access the developers tool where we can change our styles and we can preview that live over here and even change the HTML codes. For now, let's focus on the console where we can type codes and see the results and even the errors live. In previous videos, we have learned how to create variables and print out those in console. For now, I will just use need var and then channel name, that is Infinitude, and then we can console out this. Channel name. But every time we cannot code like this, for which we will need a proper coding platform in which we can type our HTML code, JavaScript code, and even the CSS codes, which we can implement in the IDE. For now, I am using the Visual Studio Code. If you want to follow along and use the same editor, you can find the link in the description. You can download it and install, and we are ready to go. Or even you can use your favorite text editor tool and follow along with this series. So without further ado, let's dive into VS Code. And over here I have a folder that is code, inside which I will create a HTML, that is index.html. What I will do is I will just type HTML and then let's select this, the second one, HTML, that is 5, and enter. This provides us the HTML boilerplates where it has already created the head, meta tags, titles, and body. Now let's create a h1 tag inside a body. I will type welcome to tutorials and I will give it a ID, that is ID equals to title. Now we can see its preview in our browser. Here we can see the message that we have created using the h1 tag. Now in this we will include the JavaScript. How can we include the JavaScript? For that, let's create a folder inside our code, that is JS, and then we will define the file, that is script.js. And now we will include this JavaScript file name called script.js inside our HTML. We will create the tag, that is script tag, after the body tag, and then we will define the source where we have the JavaScript file, that is js / and then script.js. Now what I will do is I will create a button, that is input type and then button and here, and then let's give it a name, that is click btn, and then we will give its value that we will show in the button, that is value change, and then we will create a click event, click equals to, that is change title, and then function. Now what I will do is I will just copy this and go to script, and over here I will define function and then just paste that. Okay, and inside this what I will do is I will just type document dot, and then we will select that element, get element by ID, and let's see what is the element's ID name, that is title. I will just copy and then paste over here, dot inner HTML. We will change the HTML and equal to, and what will be the message? Let's type the message, that is welcome to Infinitude, and then semicolon. So let's go to the browser and see whether it is functioning as we planned or not. Here we can see the welcome to tutorials and then change button. Let's click the change button and we have changed the HTML h1 message with the JavaScript. Let's inspect that. Here we can see the welcome to Infinitude. Let's refresh this. At first there was welcome to tutorials, and when we click the button that is change, it has changed its HTML and provided us the message that we have assigned. Now we will include the CSS in our HTML. Let's go to VS Code. Now over here, let's create another folder that is CSS and then enter. And then we will create the file CSS with the name that is style.css. Let's go to the HTML and we will include this CSS. We will include this CSS just below the title tag. For that we will use the link and then we will provide the path of the CSS, that is CSS, okay, and style.css. Let's go to the style.css and over here I will define h1 and color that is blue. Now let's go to the browser. I will just refresh this. Here we can see the color of h1 tag that we have implemented using the CSS. Here is the style, that is h1 color blue, and this is implemented in the h1 tag, that is h1 tag is over here. By this way we can include the JavaScript and CSS in our HTML. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then don't forget to hit the like and provide us your reviews in the comment. Thanks for watching, guys.